This movie had me jumping multiple times, and some of it was that stupid stuff I like was a repeat.
There's an alarm going off. It's like basically like a loud smoke alarm. And every single time it happened, you went, ooh, every time.
I did. It was like my whole body had the hiccups.
Yeah.
And then I was like embarrassed. I was looking around, and then I was like, okay, it's going to happen again in like 30 seconds. Don't jump, Amy. And it did. And I jumped every single time.
Cold storage, for me, this is kind of the one type of body horror that actually really gets me. It's the like fungus body horror.
Where it starts to like bubble and ooze and make boils on people.
Yeah, and like a little bit of that kind of fuzzy stuff or whatever, that like gets me, and there's a lot in this one.
That's what this whole thing. It's not cold. This movie's not cold. It was hot. I was getting hot
Yeah.
watching it.
It's really cool because it reminded me of a mix between Evolution and a movie called Super Deep.
I can see evolution.
Yeah, Super Deep's like a another kind of fungus like type of body horror movie, but they just take it a little bit out of the fun part of it and into more just like body horror.
I mean,
But
this movie had me jumping multiple times, and some of it was that stupid stuff I like was a repeat.
that, yeah, we got to pause it. We got to talk about that because there's an alarm going off. It's like basically like a loud smoke alarm.
Yes.
Like when some stuff starts happening and it's like loud throughout the building, and it happens periodically throughout the movie, and every single time it happened, you went, ooh. Every time.
I did. It was like my whole body had the hiccups.
Yeah.
And then I was like embarrassed. I was looking around, and then I was like, okay, it's going to happen again in like 30 seconds. Don't jump, Amy. And it did. And I jumped every single time.
That got me laughing.
This was, again, no shocker here. This was a lot of, oh, I'm just going to look over here. Like, it wasn't bad enough because it's not bloody gory. It's green gore. It's green ooze goo.
Yeah.
And like we said, it's like almost like pus or something.
Yeah.
I don't know that I didn't cover my eyes, but I was like, oh, nope, I'm just gonna, and I just watched you, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch your face and see if you're making a face, and you were making a face several times, and I was like, okay, I won't look yet.
I think what helps is that they make the movie kind of bright and colorful the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think they match that with the ooze and stuff. So it still makes you a little squeamish, but
Yeah.
it's not far enough that it's
And
like...
there's humor throughout this whole movie. I don't know. I was dreading, like, we had to drive again an hour to go to watch it. And, like, after a long day of work, it's like, I don't want to drive an hour. And, you know, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I was like, you know, that was worth it. That put me in a good little mood.
It's not over the top. It's not goofy. No. It's just really good humor. And I think maybe that's what made me think of Evolution, because I feel like that was the same way, where it's just... It's clever.
Yeah, it's clever. It seems like the same kind of thing you would say in that moment. You know what I mean? Like, just as a person, you'd be like, I think that's exactly what I would say.
It keeps you on your toes, because there's a couple of elements that they have that's kind of having them racing the clock.
Yeah.
So on top of all of these things that are happening.
So I'm saying I was hot. Like, from being grossed out to then being a little like, oh God, ooh. Like, most of it was being a little grossed out. But I mean...
Yeah. So what would you rate it then?
Mine's a full price. Like, pay full price to go watch this. It's worth it.
Yeah, I would say it's a buyer for me. This is one that it's not too far gross out. It's got some good humor. It's kind of action a little bit too, and it's just got a really good story, and the characters are really kind of fleshed out.
The only reason it's not a buyer for me is because it's so ooey-gooey that I'm like, I don't think that's gonna be what I'm like, hey, let's pop that in and watch it.
Yeah, I can get that.
I mean, I know we don't pop it in anymore. We just
rewind that, and then we can put it back in. Yeah.
Hey, there's just some things that still just work. You know what I'm talking about when I say it.
So, do you want to get into some spoilers?
Yes.
If you want to go in fresh, you'll want to pause here, watch one of our other videos, and come back once you've seen it, because we're about to get into some plot details. So, it's so much, I'm going to say gore, but like it's not gore. It's like so much of that ooze throughout the whole movie.
It's like when we played that zombie game, House of the Dead. Was that it?
Yes.
With John Daniel when he was little, and you could change it from red blood to green blood.
Exactly.
That's what it was. I mean, it is. I mean, people just explode.
Yeah, it's like this. So they had taken this, like some kind of fungus or something, sent it to space. It came back down and it changed, and now it's like super viral and it adapts is the thing, and so it gets in people's bodies and changes it super quick, and it's like making them do something to spread the virus, and so most of the movie, what they're doing is they're either exploding or they're like
vomiting,
filling up with stuff.
Yeah.
And then like vomiting all over people.
Yeah. And then like there's like because at the very beginning, it just kind of like has killed this entire little town in Australia. And you don't see, how the people got killed. They're just all like spread open and they look dried out. Kind of like, kind of like the burnt turkey in Christmas Vacation.
I thought about that exact same
like
thing.
That's exactly what all these people look like. And then of course the lady gets it and she's in the little suit. And you can see it start to turn green and then her apple pops.
Yeah.
It doesn't pop out. It explodes.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen that before. I've only seen the eye pop out, but not explode while it's in your head.
Yeah, it popped like
Yeah. He's like, I don't like anything with the eyes.
Yeah.
There's a pile of rats that have had the ooze, which but then you're looking at this and it's so gross, but they're sitting there and just have little jokes and one-liners, but not corny ones.
No, that's what it is. It's just really well placed and really well delivered. It's not corny. It's just, it feels like real life humor, like something like somebody would say.
Yeah.
But the rats are all it's called a Rat King. They kind of talk about it a little bit, but they're stuck by the tail by the goo and they're all over each other, and yeah.
They show you how this ooze got out, because it gets out of the storage facility and gets to this one guy that it's or like a cat and a deer, but this shows this cockroach get some of the ooze on it, and then it's going through the vents and it's going through, and then
a rat stopped it and tried to get it, and
then it gets outside and then it gets squished by the guy's car, and then it goes up the tire, and that's how it gets.
You first see that, and we were both like, wait, it's already gotten out? What? And it was what? And then it was cool that it goes back and kind of shows that, and it's a cool little
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and it was a point of view of the cockroach too, where it's over its back and you see it going around stuff,
which was funny and creative and great music. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really want to see a cockroach.
And it was funny, part of the humor too was Liam Neeson. He was part of the original crew that found it in the very, was it 20 years ago or something like that? Yeah, 18 years ago. And in that process, he got hurt. And so now they call him back because he's the last person that knows about it. But his back's jacked up because of it. And so part of the humor is him constantly his back being oh, no, it's just my back. And having to do this stuff.
I felt so stupid because you're right. He got hit by a car. And I just thought he had a bad back because he was older. I missed that because I was so honed in on the other lady that was infected and what was happening to her that I just tuned him out. But he plays, of course, a super, super deep voice, extra deep, even for him, tough guy kind of person. But
and then seeing him spinning around and going, oh, yeah.
I loved it when the deer got infected. I mean, I didn't because I don't like to see an animal get hurt, but it just walks through the cold storage, the storage unit, and they're like, is that a deer?
Yeah, the elevator opens up. He just gets on the elevator and turns waiting for it to
Yeah. It's did that deer just take an elevator? And then, of course, it explodes.
Yeah.
And you see its body with all this fungus coming out everywhere.
And it starts spreading, and
yeah, then it's a whole bunch of people,
It's a group of bikers, and then they all get infected in gross ways.
Which it should be. That should be scary, but it's not. This movie, I jumped a ton, but it's not scary.
No, it has those little jump scares in it.
Yeah.
But it's more tense than it is, because there's there's a moment where they're in a storage unit, and someone's kind of stalking him, and they have the door open just slightly, and he's like reaching down to like shut it, and so there's like tense moments like that. But
that's a fun, gross little movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd say. It's just really fun.
I don't know. I say this all the time, but these are the kind of movies that to me, it's like going to a haunted house. It's like, ooh, I got a little spooked, but I had a really good time.
But in a fun way. Like,
yeah. This is my kind of horror. Don't leave me. I don't want to leave the theater depressed.
You like the horror that takes you out of life instead of reminds you of it.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of horror here recently that I think has been talking about trauma and talking about, just really.
It's like heavy. I'm being weighed down by a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then we get to go see Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th at the theater.
That's going to be fun.
I
don't know if I've ever seen that in the theater. So
finally, I get to go see a girly movie for Valentine's Day.
Fine, I guess we can do that.
One day. That's for one day. So what did you think about Cold Storage? Did you think it was as much fun as we did? Or does this kind of ooey gore just gross you out too much? Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for joining us today. And remember, around here, the fear is family.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe. And tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.